You're listening to Jimbo and Casio on Rocket 95.1.
The following is brought to you by Rocket 95.1 and your Fox 54.
Hey, we're Jimbo and Casio from Rocket 95.1 with Following the Following. This is a spoiler. Get ready. If you haven't seen this week's episode of The Following, come back and watch this another time because we're about to spoil it for you. This is episode 5. We missed last week because of Snowpacalypse 2014. We'd like to welcome back Ed from the Deep Comics as our special guest this week. So welcome in.
Thank you.
There we go. Big. This is a big episode.
This was huge. All right, let's catch you up. What happened last night? Remember, this is a spoiler, so pause this if you haven't seen the episode. Ryan Hardy, a murderer now. Former FBI, now he's a full-fledged murderer.
He's a criminal. He thought his niece was killed, which he wasn't, so he went ahead and killed the French girl.
Huge.
That was a big moment in the show.
Did you see that coming?
No, I didn't really think he was going to kill her, but when she said he was dead, I thought he was definitely going to beat her within an inch of her life.
Yeah. He went with it.
That's a huge turning point in the show because he's officially a criminal now.
I'm a huge fan in shows, by the way, of the villain, and I thought she was a fantastic villain, and I hated seeing her go because she was just tension every time she was on screen. Emma and Lily. I'm calling catfight here soon.
Well, it was weird. First, it was when they first joined, when Joe comes into the picture, and we're meeting all the family, and then Emma's coming in. I'm like, this is the most sadistic Brady Bunch episode I've ever seen right now. It's just a creepy Brady Bunch getting together. And there's no way it's going to work. And like you said, tension already there. Because now we found out that Emma is now the crazy obsessed ex-girlfriend is what she seems like.
Bad.
What about me?
Yeah.
Well, my life was falling apart. I was running from the law. I almost got burned to death. I lived with a prostitute in the woods for the past 2 years. Yeah, but you didn't call me.
Yeah, you didn't. And now Lily's like taking completely over. Did we know she's a billionaire? Didn't she inherit a bunch of money?
She did inherit money, yeah.
So she's just got it going on.
Endless resources.
Endless resources. She's literally thrown the world at Joe here at the beginning of their relationship. And that's got to make for some kind of huge tension in the future between Emma and Lily, you think?
Yeah, I thought it was really funny when Emma says, by the way, she's crazy.
Yeah, like, you're crazy.
Mirror for you here.
I thought it was a very interesting, it was a very interesting to me, the scene where Joe Carroll is getting ready, shaving, changing into clothes. She's pouring the alcohol. He's coming down. She's trying to basically seduce him and welcome him in, and to me, it was the same thing he did trying to get his wife to come back when he first brought her into the house.
Good point, yeah.
Put her in the dress, gave her some alcohol, we're going to have a nice dinner. I'm trying to make you feel at home, even though we all know it's not going to work.
That's a good point. Yeah, there is a parallel between those two things. Also, another thing that jumped out at me, either Luke or Mark, bad touch. Did you
Bad touch.
He panicked when, he's with Emma, and I thought they were going to make a pretty interesting couple, with all this terrible stuff going on among them, and you can't touch the guy. What?
That was kind of irritating to me. Sometimes they throw these character flaws on people, and I'm just like, he was really interesting before that. Yeah. And now he's just, I don't know, I like the other brother better now.
Okay.
Well, I've heard of I can initiate contact, but you never initiate contact with me. That's usually a wife, is what that's called usually. That's being married.
Stripper rules, isn't it?
Stripper rules.
Yes. Ironically, it is in the back room as well. So I've never seen that with the guy version, though. It's usually the guy has the other problem.
Oh, yeah. There's some weird stuff going on with Luke and Mark. We're just beginning to find out about them. We also finished out the episode with Joe Carroll doing a little surgery on a girl in a cage. Huh?
It's a little creepy.
I think you got a brutal reminder that Joe Carroll is not an anti-hero like Dexter was. He's a deranged, psychotic serial killer.
Full-fledged, bad murderer from the dark side, unlike Dexter.
Yeah, although it was interesting that he's like, you can't control me. And she's like, well, I wasn't trying to control you. And he's like, oh, okay, now I'll go kill her.
Yeah. I did find that. I was like, oh, so she just said, I'm not controlling you and you're in. You're back in.
All right, we'll gather again next week here on Following the Following. Jimbo and Casio from the Rocket. What's our code word?
Our code word today? What is our code word? How about you make up one?
How about Dexter Rules?
Dexter Rules. Interesting.
All right, so it's
throwing you a curveball.
A reminder of what we're missing.
Remember what to do with the code word. Listen Friday, and we'll see what happens if you know the code word from today's Following the Following. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next week.